Before I start, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Rokakodas. Double honor to the apostles and the elders and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere Akim and Aquath out here and then believe in this gospel 100%. This video that I was thinking about and meditating on as of late, and one that caught onto my spirit is, for one, a lot of these things that goes on in this day and age of where people like to physically see things and they gotta physically touch things. That's materialistic. And the men in GMS and men of GMS and our apostles and elders, they've received the spirit to do things that they do, and they don't need the physical to understand the scriptures. They have that spiritual foresight that a lot of our people do not have. So, and the Esau don't even have a spiritual foresight. That's why they're digging things up in the ground. That's why they're trying to find artifacts and things of that nature, because they don't have the spirit to receive these things, to understand these things. And we are beyond blessed, so we got a foresight of how things are about to happen and what's happening in the scriptures and what's about to happen in this time. Because this is the rule, this is the day and age of where this kingdom is about to fall, and it's going to go in a spectacular fashion. But that's a topic for another day. But as far as this lesson that I'm speaking of right now, I was just meditating on this because a lot of people in my age group and a lot of people in general in this world need to be like, I gotta see it to believe it. Yet they don't have the understanding or the foresight to even see. You can literally, and then a lot of people see things right in front of them, and they don't even be like, "Oh shoot, this could be a sign." They don't got the foresight and the discernment to understand these things in the times that we're in. So everybody doing whatever they doing on that, and committing iniquities, doing things that's bad in the eyes of the Lord. So I'm going to read 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 13. Which things also we speak, not in the words of which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Hamashiach teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahushua Hamashiach, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. For who hath known the mind of the Lord, and that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Hamashiach. So that's basically saying, in other words, when you have spiritual, where you can't see things on a spiritual lens if you're thinking carnally or reacting carnally, and carnally is your first instinct to any situation. A lot of tests a lot of brothers go through, they got to use the spiritual eyesight and spiritual knowledge to get themselves do the things that they get into. Like the time we're coming in, we're going to have to use our spiritual foresight. We're going to have to use the knowledge that we've been reading about and passed down for generations and generations in this book to get ourselves out of situations that's going to be real messed up around here. Jacob trouble ain't going to be no joke. You're going to have people be deleting themselves, people hunting you. You're going to be forced to situations where you're going to be forced to situations that you can squeeze out of. You can't always just, I'm going to physically overpower somebody. No. The Lord can raise a man up and break you down. Easy as that, simple as that. And then, so the spiritual judges all things, When you're spiritual, you judge each and every single aspect, each and every situation. When you're spiritual, you're given, how should I put it? You're giving a lot of, you're giving you're giving a leeway to get out of a situation, to handle a situation, to guide yourself in a better guide yourself in a better direction. You can't just be like, oh well, say if you, for example, I'm trying to think of something. So this is an analogy. Say if you walk into the store, right, and you see the store getting robbed. Your first instinct would be, how I'm gonna get out of here. Your first thought, not instinct, your first thought would be, how the fuck I get out of here? What I'm gonna do to protect myself? And you being spiritual, you either could be carnal and freak out and run and get shot at, or you could be spiritual and pray. And when you pray, you're gonna get an answer. Like the Lord could open a little door, open the door through the back, and you can escape through the back. Stuff like that. Like quite literally backdooring. Stuff like that. You can't be carnal in situations that requires a spiritual lens on things that are perspective. But I'm gonna quit running my mouth. What's the next year? Is it 2 Corinthians? 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 10, chapter 10, verse 15. Okay, yeah, go right here. Is it gonna load? Sure, quick. Hold on, Bubba, y'all bear with me real quick. 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. Let me grab this real quick. Alright, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but through the mighty, but mighty through the power of Yahweh Shema Shah to the pulling down of strongholds. And that's also to understand what I just read. You have to have the spiritual foresight to be like, okay, we can't physically go to war with Esau, or we can't physically do the things we want to do or need to be done without the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, through Yahweh Shai, from Yahweh. So that's easy. That's not easy. That's in a sense easier said than done, but you need to have that spiritual foresight, that spiritual understanding and discernment for you to understand the mysteries in this book that we read. But yeah, I just wanted to speak on that. Before I go, I'd like to give our praise to Yahweh, by Shema Shah, by Shem Kakadash. On to the next one. Shalom.